Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Prajakara Stotra Bhakti Sesi Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki
Jai.
Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Prajakara Stotra Srimad Jivange Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Thakur Ki Jai.
Jai.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai.
Jai.
Acharya Srila Das Thakur Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasudeva Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Sri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Sri Navadip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Purushottam Kshetra Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Srimati Ganga Mai Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Srimati Bhakti Devi Tulasi Devi Ki Jai. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra Ki Jai. Sankirtana Yajna Ki Jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gaurang and Oh, very good. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Dharam Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udireye Nasthaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Pranamatam Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Pradiyantastu Abhadrani Adunoti Surastatam. So, what is the verse, Prabhu?
The verse is
772.
the first purport, 779.
So, first purport is 779. There's no purport, huh?
Nothing to
But this chapter summary read is the next chapter, right? Somebody read that. So you want me to go to verse 9, 8, or you want me to read all the other verses and go? English version of the, okay. So from 2. Okay, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7 and chapter 7 and verse 2. Translation. Prahlad Maharaj said, when our father Hiranyakashipu, oh thank you Prabhu. Prahlad Maharaj said, when our father Hiranyakashipu went to Mandarachala mountain to execute severe austerities. In his absence, the demigods, headed by King Indra, made a severe attempt to subdue all the demons in warfare. Then we go to verse 3. That's also translation. Translation. Alas, as a serpent is eaten by small ants, so the troublesome Hiranyakashipu, who always inflicted miseries upon all types of people, has now been defeated by the reaction of his own sinful activities. Saying this, the demigods, headed by King Indra, arranged to fight the demons. Very good. Next, okay, next. So, text 4 to 5. It's long translation. When the great leaders of the demons who were being killed one after another saw the unprecedented exertion of the demigods in fighting, they began to flee, scattering themselves in all directions, simply to protect their lives by hastily fled from their home, wives, children, animals, and household paraphernalia, paying no heed to all these demons, simply fled. Okay, text 6. Text 6, translation. The victorious demigods plundered the palace of Hiranyakashipu, the king of the demons, and destroyed everything within it. Then Indra, king of heaven, arrested my mother, the queen. Queen Kaya. Okay, this text 7. As she was being led away, crying in fear, like a kurari captured by vulture, the great sage Narada, who at that time had no engagement, appeared on the scene and saw her in that condition. Text 8. Narada Muni said, O Indra, king of the demigods, this woman is certainly sinless. You should not drag her off in this merciless way. O greatly fortunate one, this chaste woman is the wife of another. You must immediately release her. Very strong. Now, text 9. Okay, text 9, test the purpose, right? Yeah. Okay, so I put it in text 9. Okay. Sri Indra Vacha Astasya Jatare Viryam Astasya Jatare Viryam Aishayam Suradvisha Asatyam Yavat Prasavam Mokshartha Padavim Gataha. I am not very clear on this. Let me read again. Okay. Sri Indra Vacha Astasya Jatare Viryam Avishyam Suradvisha Asatyam Yava Prasavam Mokshartha Padvim Gataha. Sri Indra Vacha Astasya Jatare Viryam Avishyam Suradvisha Ashyatam Yavat Prasavam Mokshartha Padvim Gataha. Sri Indra Vacha Astasya Jatare Viryam Avishayam Suradvisha Ashyatam Yavat Prasavam Mokshyartha Padvim Gataha. Yes. Sri Indra Vacha Astasya Jatare Viryam Avishayam Suradvisha Ashyatam Yavat Prasavam Mokshartha Padavim Gataha. Sri Indra Vacha Astasya Jagare Viryam Avisham Spuradvishaha Ashitam Yavat Pradavam Mokshartha Padavim Gatah. Okay. Now, word for word. Sri Indra Vacha. King Indra said, Aste, there is. Ashaha, Apahar, Jatare, within the abdomen. Viryam, the seed. Avisham, intolerable. Puradvishaha, of the enemy of the demigods. Ashatam, let her remain in our prison. Yavat, until. Prasavam, the delivery of the child. Moksha, I shall release. Artha Padvim, the path of my object. Gata, obtain. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Translation and purport. Okay. King Indra said, in the womb, I will read first. King Indra said, in the womb of this woman, the wife of the demon, Hiranyakashipu, is the seed of that great demon. Therefore, let her remain in our custody until her child is delivered, and then we shall release her. Okay. Repeat after me. Definitely here. King Indra said, in the womb of this woman, the wife of the demon, Hiranyakashipu, is the seed of that great demon. Therefore, let her remain in our custody until her child is delivered, and then we shall release her. Okay, purport. Indra, the king of heaven, decided to arrest Prahlad Maharaja's mother because he thought that another demon, another Hiranyakashipu, was within her womb. The best course, he thought, was to kill the child when the child was born, and then the woman could be released. This verse was done. Looks like. Don't continue. I think this verse was done by that Prabhu. Okay, anyway. Okay, this is okay. Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmittam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Ti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Devam Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshatarine. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayane Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadhantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapadagammalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitam Sha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kantarada Kantanamastute. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kantarada Kantanamastute. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते। सप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। सप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। सप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I think this verse was done other day. And that's the Prabhu was reading the same verse. I remember. The Prabhu who was here. Oh, where is he? I think. Kanai Thakur, I think. Yeah. He did this verse. I think. I don't want to repeat that again. Okay, let us see. The 10. 10 as a purport. There's 10 as a purport. We'll do the 10. Because he has already done. Because he talked about abortion and all those things. The present day abortion and how it is different in then and now. So he had a very elaborate class on that. I heard that. Okay, let us do that. So repeating that doesn't help any. Sri Narada Vacha Ayam Niskilbishaha Sakshan Mahabhagavato Mahan Vayatha Prapchate Samtam Ananta Anucharo Bali. Sri Narada Vacha Ayam Niskilbisha Sakshan Mahabhagavato Mahan Vayanath Prapchate Samstam Anantanucharo Bali. Sri Narada Vacha Ayam Niskilbisha Sakshan Mahabhagavato Mahan Vayana Prapchate Samstam Antanucharo Bali. Okay, word for word. Sri Narada Vacha. The great sage Narada Muni said, I am this child within the woman whom Niskilbisaha, completely sinless, Sakshat, directly, Mahabhagavata, a saintly devotee, Mahan, very great, Vaya, by you, na, not, Prapshate, will obtain, Samastham, Samas, Samastha is death.
is dead.
Ananta
Ananta
of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
of the Supreme Personality.
Anucharaha,
Anucharan,
a servant.
servant,
Bali,
Bali,
extremely powerful.
extremely powerful.
Bali, extremely Bali. Okay. Translation. Narada Muni replied, the child within this woman's womb is faultless and sinless. Indeed, he is a great devotee, a powerful servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, you will not be able to kill him. Oh, very good. So, repeat after me. Narada Muni replied,
Narada Muni,
the child within this woman's womb
the child within this woman's womb
is faultless
is faultless
and sinless.
and sinless.
Indeed,
Indeed,
he is a great devotee,
he is a great devotee,
a powerful servant of the
a powerful servant
of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Supreme Personality of God.
Therefore,
Therefore,
you will not be
you will not be
able to kill him.
able to kill him.
Perfect. Okay. There have been many instances in which demons or non-devotees have attempted to kill a devotee, but they have never been able to destroy a great devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord promises in Bhagavad Gita 9:31, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. This is a declaration by the Supreme Personality of Godhead that his devotee cannot be killed by demons. Prahlad Maharaja is the vivid example of the truth of this promise. Narada Muni told the king of heaven, it would be impossible for you to kill the child, even though you are demigod, you are demigod, and certainly it would be impossible for others. Okay. Okay. Om Ajnana Divrandhya Jnananjana Salakaya Tattvai Namaha. Okay, this is a very important verse. The seventh canto is actually Prahlad Maharaj telling the story of how he obtained all this, whatever the devotion he has to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to his classmates. He is in the school now, in the classmates. So classmates are, asking, because Prahlad, the 5 years old child, is, talking to those children. Is such a philosophy that those children are not able to understand. Such a great philosophy. The 5-year-old child is talking about Supreme Personality of Godhead, devotion, and all those things. They asked him, how you came to know all about this? You are very young, and how you know all those things, and we don't know anything. It's in 5 years age, we also don't know anything. And that particular age, in our case, we will not be knowing anything actually. I didn't understand anything, maybe up to the age of 8 or something like that, although I was going to school. And this child is so great, and he talks about the devotional service in that particular age. In that age, which children actually, do devotional service? Nobody does devotional service unless he has a background of, see, any living entity coming into being, taking birth, is that new? He is not new into this material world, because we all jivas in this body we are in. Of course, now we are in a human body, but we had passed through many bodies. It is not only this body we have. We didn't come to the material world only this time. It's not first time we are coming. We are in this material world ananta, like as this is existing, it is called ananta. This is sanatan, then it is ananta. It is never beginning, there is a never beginning, there is a never ending. It will not end also, and there is no beginning, and we are there all the time. We are there. It is not that we are not there. Different forms. There are 8,400,000 forms we are there in this material world. As Arjuna asked Lord Krishna when he was speaking Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, I spoke this Bhagavad Gita millions of years ago to sun god Vyaswat. But after some time, this parampara is lost. That's why I am talking to you this Bhagavad Gita again to you. Then Arjuna got perplexed. So you are my contemporary, you are my cousin, and you are saying this Bhagavad Gita you taught to sun god Vyaswat millions of years ago. How is it possible? It's not possible. You know, in a material way, if we think, even material spiritual way also, if we think, we will not be able to understand. Then Krishna says, one of my friend says that, you know, millions of years ago he did it. He will not be able to understand. Then Krishna said to him, of course, millions of years ago, you were also there, I was also there. We are existing at that time also, millions of years ago, when I spoke this Bhagavad Gita to this sun god, Vyaswan. At that time, you are also there. I was also there. I spoke it. But I remember everything. You don't remember anything. Arjuna didn't remember anything, although he is Krishna's friend. So here the difference between a living entity, this is a living entity, and let me put it this way. Living entity is, as Krishna said, Mama eva amsha jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Mama eva amsha jiva bhuta jiva loke sanatana. That jiva bhuta, what he is referring to jiva bhuta, is the spark, is the soul, atma. That's Mama eva amsha. It is Krishna's amsha. That particular living entity, this spark from Krishna, is the living entity. And that has become Jiva Bhuta. In this material world, it is called Jiva Bhuta. Because that particular part, which is spark, which is separated from Krishna, is come to this material world, Jiva Bhuta. Jiva Loke and Jiva Loke. New. Manas, Mama Evamsha, Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, Mana Sastendriyani. Mana, mind, and Sastendriya. Sastendriya is six indriyas. Yeah, six indriyas, five indriyas. No, the mind, including mind, it's an indriya. Sastendriyani, what's the other ending? Mana Sastendriyani. Prakriti Sthani Karshati. Prakriti means this material. Sthani Karshati and situated. So, since we are in this particular material body, so it is because we are covered by mana and Sastendriya plus Prakriti. So we are covered by this, our body is a gross material body with the 5 gross elements. It's a gross material body. So actually this living entity, we separated from Krishna and come to this material world as covered by mind, intelligence and false ego. There's 3 things. The 5 gross elements, this covers this body. Then the mind, intelligence and false ego, ahankara. It is covering this soul, which is a part of Krishna. Soul is pure, part of Krishna. There is no contamination in that. It is pure, it is existing. And this is covered by these 5 gross elements plus 3 subtle elements, mind, intelligence, false ego. And over and above that, this subtle body, within that subtle body, which is not visible. This subtle, the gross body is visible, which is composed of 5 gross elements. But this subtle body is not visible. Nobody can see the subtle body. One cannot see my mind, my intelligence, and my false ego. False ego, you will see only when I express it. I get into the false ego and I get angry. At the time you see my false ego. False ego is manifested on my body. But actual false ego you don't see. You see only the 5 gross elements. One can see the 5 gross elements covering that. So inside that 5 gross elements, the subtle body is there. That subtle body with the intelligence, false ego, and plus it has 6 enemies also. Within these 6 enemies, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Moha, Matsari. These are also covers that particular living entity, which is very pure, which is as good as Krishna. There is no difference at all. Krishna and that living entity, the spark, there's no difference. Like the example, generally everybody gives that example, the ocean, the sample of water, you drop of water from ocean is as good as the ocean, the full. So, like it is always compared the ocean to Lord Krishna and the drop to the living entity. Now, this drop, as we are, and we are covered by this. The speciality about because Arjuna could not remember that when he was also existing at that time, could not remember and he don't remember anything. Afterwards, he must have taken so many bodies. After Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to sun god Yaswan, Arjuna was also there. But what body he was there, nobody knows. Only Krishna knows what body he was there at that time. He may be a human being or anything. Krishna knows. But Arjuna doesn't know what body he was there. And Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. So this is the difference between living entity and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now here, this how it is related to this particular verse. Here Narada Muni says that child within the womb of Kayadu, although Hiranyakashipu was a great demon, he did a lot of harm to you, but this child didn't do anything to you. But Indra's things, this is what the dynastical things. The same quality comes from father to son, and is not necessary. Here it's an example. It's not necessary. If your father is a demon, you will be demon. It's not necessary. So that's what Narada Muni explains. All these living entities, whatever you may be, take birth. It is happening because of this living entity. All this lifetime, whatever karma we did in a human body or in another body also. Another bodies, whatever animal body, insect body, or any bodies, the karma theory works. Whatever activity, whatever karma you do, that comes the reaction. Accordingly, you get the next body. What karma you do? So this body, now whatever the body we have now, what karma we do, accordingly we get the next body. Similarly, all this time, and we'll get next body anyway. Is that no end? Then we will not exist. This living soul, living entity, it is the spark of Krishna, which is entrapped in this particular body. That is Sanatana. This body is not Sanatana. This body is perishable. It's perishable, and we have to give up the body. But the spark inside is not perishable. Nobody can kill, as Krishna says in the Bhagavata. You can't kill by weapon, or you can't burn it, and the water can wet it. So this particular spark, which we are, that is what we are, not this body. This body is not we are, and that particular spark is we are, and that can't be killed, and that's Sanatana. And this particular spark, along with this subtle body, mind, intelligence, false ego, and the reactions to all the activities that's accumulated, that goes from life after life after life after life, many lifetimes. It's not one, you finish it. No, it goes a life after life. But when you come to, but any other bodies, you will not be able to clear reactions like debt or whatever your bank account balance is. You can't clear it. It doesn't go away. Either you add, deduct, or just whatever to our credit. The debits and credits, what we call in accounting terminology. Debits are that when you charge it, like when you do simple activities, and credits are when you do good activities, helping somebody, or auspicious activities, if you do, they are the goodies. In these two sinful and auspicious activities, your next body is created. Next body is created on that basis, so that the reactions to that, either you enjoy or you suffer. Suffering for all your sinful activities and enjoying for your all auspicious activities, you will enjoy. You are supposed to enjoy because you did a very good thing. So that's why, accordingly, then at the after the death, our next body is created. This subtle body is with us, it goes. Gross body we left, and it is burnt away and it is disposed of, buried or disposed of and everything. The subtle body with the mind, intelligence, and false ego, and the reactions of all our activities, auspicious or non-auspicious, all activities or reactions are going away with the subtle body. Atma inside, and it's a covering. That's bad. We take a backpack. When we travel, we take a backpack. The items, whatever we needed, we put it in that. And that backpack, we go to another body. In this backpack, and when we go to another body, if the backpack is opened and it covers you. So that's the covering. And according to this, we get a new father and mother and new situations. So we see generally that somebody is born in a very rich family, he gets all this, advantages and, very rich and he enjoys life. It means his good karma was fantastic and he is supposed to be enjoying that. So that's why he got a birth in a very rich family or, so, like royal families and all those things, rich man's family, and they become, very enjoyed. So that is because he has a lot of good karmas. That's why he's thinking. And somebody we see, somebody is taking birth in a very poor family where he is nothing to eat and all those things. The life is so difficult. It means all his papa karmas, like, bad activities are there. Accordingly, he got that situation. Accordingly, that father and mother, he got it. And he has to live that life. Now, if it is a human being, now if he has taken a birth in a human being, he could change it by his activities. Only in a human body that's possible, not in any other body. The changing that whatever prarabdha, whatever karma you are carrying, your unfolded baggage, that whatever backpack he had, they're full of things, good or bad, which that could be changed by only in a human body only. If you get a human body, you can change it. How you change it? That by doing the good karma. Good karma or the karma, see, only the result comes in a human body, only you can change it. But other bodies, as per karma, you have to go. Here also, as per karma, you may have to get, enjoy and suffer. But you could change it by your new activities, not as per, karma, whatever you are destined. How you change it? Change it to understand this spiritual thing. In animal or any other category, you will not be able to understand the spiritual things. There are two things. One is material, another one is spiritual. Spiritual is which releases you. This is separate from the material. See, because we are in this particular material world from many millions of births, and we attach the material activities because these 6 enemies, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Moha, Matsara, this all is there. We are always attached with that. So we all enjoy the senses. And also this 5 senses, gross senses, they won't enjoy because that's the fuel what we get. Like, for the vehicle or any engine or anything, any mechanical thing, you have to give the fuel. Like for, electricity or, just motor car, we have to put the fuel. Similarly, this body also needs the fuel. That fuel is seeing all our activities did by these indriyas, senses. All these senses, because they are attached doing certain things, several times you become habituated, you automatically you do it. Something you do several times, then you don't have to be expertise or you don't have to think it or anything, automatically your hand does it. Similarly, since we are in this material world for so many lifetimes, and it's automatic because we get attached to the senses, sensual activities. So that activities we have to change it. Now, one is attached to the material activities. Not possible, you have to, your inclination for that because you don't know it, it's new to you. That's why you don't venture to go. And our senses also, they don't enjoy it because they never enjoyed it. They don't know how the taste is. If something is very tasteful, we have eaten several times or anything, okay, I have this rasagulla, it tastes so much, I know it, so I will go for it. If I have not tasted it, I don't know what it is. Even if you bring something better than that, you will not go for it because you don't know it. Similarly, this living entity doesn't know unless it knows. So doesn't know, then you don't go for it because the senses are habituated in going to this in sense gratification. They will gratify that whatever you like somebody likes because I used to like this dal rice so much. So I used to always go for dal rice. Anything if it is there, don't bother. Give me dal rice. So like that, our our senses habituated what you want to go for that one. If something better than that you do, so you are not interested because you don't know the taste. So we have to develop the taste, for this spiritual activities. So that's where it comes. Actually, Atma wants to be serving Krishna. When we serve Krishna, when we do devotional service, Atma gets satisfied. When you do this sense gratification, our senses get satisfied. Senses, mind, and they are getting satisfied. Atma is getting satisfied when we do devotional service. But since we are in this material body, so our senses doesn't have taste for that. So that's why we don't go for devotional service. We just want to enjoy here, and it's very nice. I'm very happy. And although the reaction comes thereafter, you enjoy the senses, it is not fully satisfied because after eating once, it is not you are satisfied thereafter. Again, different. So whereas Atma here, if you do devotional service, that's also like that only. You are get attached. You want to do more and more devotional service. Like this, you want to eat more and more, gratify your senses more and more. Devotional service also like that. Once you get attached to devotional service, then you want to do devotional service only. So you want more and more, and your taste to hear goes away, and taste for increases. Now, the living entities here, Narada Muni says, although this is theory of this guy, Indra's theory is like that. He is a demon, and the demon's wives, the womb must be demon because the nature, because it's sinful, because somebody is getting birth, as I said earlier, because somebody getting in a very poor family birth because he has the sinful reactions. That's why he has to suffer. That's why he's taking birth in that particular poor or whatever the situation, he's taking birth because of his karma. So now Indra thinks this demon's body, the demon's son has also be demon because same category. So that things. But Narada Muni says here, it is not like that. No. Here is a great personality, great Mahabhagavata. How it is Mahabhagavata? See, whatever devotion service we do, we will not be able to go back to it one life. One life it is not possible. Suppose I was not doing devotion service any time in any of my previous life. Only I understood devotion service now because this life I got a spiritual master. I understood devotion service. I am doing it, but I don't know what the baggage I bought. baggage, what I got, sinful reactions or auspicious reactions, which I need to enjoy, which I need to suffer. I don't know. There may be a lot of baggage. But here, so I am started doing devotional service. I'm getting attached. I'm doing it. But sinful reaction will be there. But death comes to me. Suppose if death comes to me today, but I don't know what is that. So that reaction I have to take to another body, next body, whatever the body I get, whatever remaining, accordingly I will get another body. Like this, so body after body, we get the reaction, accordingly we get the birth. Like this Prahlada, in his previous life, he was a great devotee. That's why he is able to understand whatever Narada Muni preached to his wife Kayadu, and when he was in his womb, he was able to hear it. Then he was able to understand it because he had the devotion service, because he has half finished it in his previous life and he came to this life. And here he is going to finish it more. So the living, we can't judge any living entity because of his parents or anything, you can't judge. What the instruction here, what we learn from here is, one is we should not kill the child, or we should not kill anyone. Not only, I don't say only child, like this abortion or anything. This is of course, that's the greatest sin. But you should not kill anyone, any living entity, even like ant or anything, we should not kill. We don't have any authority to kill because that living entity come with this baggage. He has got a baggage, sinful reaction he has. That's why he is there. So unless that is finished, so he should not be. If you cut it, then again it has to take birth somewhere. He has to suffer, and that reaction you ended it because which is programmed by nature, and you are going against the nature and terminating it because then you suppose that's no natural law also. Any country's law also. You can't kill anyone. Of course, for for killing, yeah, animals, of course, there is no law here to killing animals and all that. For human being, you can't kill because, then the law of the land punishes you. Either, whatever the punishment you get. But the natural law, Krishna's law, it is there, you can't kill. If you kill, and you get the reaction, so that's still sinful reaction for you. Like in Bhishmadev, Bhishmadev got reaction after so many times. He was lying in the bed of arrows because of something he did in his previous life. Secondly, whatever we get the reactions because of the previous. So that is there. So to terminate whatever reactions we are supposed to get because of our sinful activities, we should, to finish the sinful reactions, we have to get attached to the ritual things, spiritual activities, the service to the Supreme Lord. So that's what we need to do. In here, the lesson what we need to learn, one is we should not kill any living entity. Moreover, abortion, not at all. And here, Narada Muni is able to understand because he is a very advanced personality and he was able to see that in Kayadu's womb, a great personality was there. That's why he stopped Indra doing this. Now, here we have to understand two things. When demigods and the demons are there, now because Hiranyakashipu is doing penance and he is of the sea, he is not in the sea. So the demons have become very weak. Dheeraj, Dheeraj, get a garland and get a garland from and maybe my Guru Maharaj is these things. So here, yes, sir, you are coming from huh? All group, yes.
The
Okay. Open it up. So whole group, what temple that?
Sri Radhi Bhakti Mandapam.
Oh, so you will do service there?
Yes,
Oh, what part of, yeah, what part of, that's, Shukla,
mm-hmm.
Keshav Shukla.
Yes, yes,
He's still there?
yes.
Oh, I see. So what part of India you are from?
I'm not Indian. Ji.
Huh?
I'm not Indian. I'm actually Latino.
Latino?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Good, very good. Thank you so much. What do you do? What do you do there?
Well,
You
now,
do service there?
yes, I'm just a doctor now. On my way to hopefully to teach our Guruji.
I see, I see. Who is giving the Diksha then?
Keshavji.
Keshav, he
Yes,
gives the
yes,
Diksha?
he did it.
Oh, I see, I see. Very nice. How many devotees are there?
We have quite a few.
Oh.
We have about 10 initiated.
Initiative.
Yes, and then as well with the big community and many to follow.
Oh, really? I see. Oh, very nice. Teacher. Tell Keshav, oh, this Lakshminarayan spoke to me, and of course you have to take some prasada.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very nice. What's your name?
Santosh.
Santosh.
Mhm.
Oh, Spanish and Santosh name. Oh, Santosh is just intended. Very good, very nice. Thank you for coming. What made you to come?
I wanted to have lunch.
Darshan, Radha and Gopi Vadam.
Yes, so I was in the area and decided to come by the Monday.
Oh, very good, very nice, very nice. Plate of prasada. Oh, Dheeraj, can you bring a plate of prasada? Yeah. Yeah, okay, you have to go. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, don't go now. Yeah, please be here. Okay, let me finish this class which I am doing. Then I will come. Okay. Okay. Huh? You have to go. Oh, all the best. Okay. Very good. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Prabhu. You have to do whatever you need to do. Oh, it's already time of us. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you for your this. How do we close this? No, let me finish that. Then he knows how to close, and you have to take the phone. You have to take the phone. Okay. Okay. Let me finish the class. I will finish the class. I will bring it. You can come down. Okay. I'll finish it now. Just few words only. So we are having this class of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is about Canto 7. It's about Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad, you know about Prahlad Maharaj, right? So Prahlad Maharaj is Canto 7, wherein Prahlad teaches all his school friends about devotional service, doing service to the Krishna. In that, actually, this particular verse, actually, when Hiranyakashipu went to do this tapasya, like, so at that time, this demigods Indra, they kidnapped because Hiranyakashipu's wife was pregnant. So all this Indra kidnapped his wife because she was pregnant. Indra thought, he may give birth to a demon. So he wanted to kill that child because he doesn't want to get the demons. So that's why he's afraid of the demon. That's where Narada Muni comes and stops him not to kill the child in the womb, but take the. Then Narada Muni took his wife to his ashrama and preached to her, and he was talking all the devotional service about devotional service, his wife. At that time, the child within her womb was hearing. That Prahlada is Prahlada. When he was born and he was going to school, at the time, whatever he heard from Narada Muni about devotional service, he was, preaching to his classmates, saying, we have to do devotional service. You have to remember Hari or Krishna all the time in this childhood only, not when you grow up or anything. So that's what the preaching is. This particular verse which I was talking about that how Narada Muni stopped Indra kidnapping Hiranyakashipu's wife and trying to kill kill the child. After she gives birth to that child, he wanted to kill that child, thinking that he is going to be demon. But Narada Muni told him, the Indra, so the child within our womb is not a demon, but is a great devotee because the child Prahlada, in his previous life, he must have done a lot of devotional service. That's why he is Mahabhagavatam. He is able to hear when he was within the womb, whatever Narada Muni was speaking, he was able to hear. So here and he followed. Now 5-year-old child, Prahlada, is preaching to all this high philosophy. How it is possible? Because in previous life he was a great devotee. That's what Narada Muni says. And Narada Muni is a great sage that he could identify what soul were and who is how. So he knows that's why he told Indra not to kill. So that's why the lesson what we have to learn here is we should not kill any living entity. No abortion or anything, only because now material world here, like, people want to abort. Suppose, if they are not happy with that, they want to abort the child, means killing. Oh, that's very simple. So we should not kill any living entity. Not only child, the abortion is the greatest sin, but even any other living entity, we should not kill. Animals, insects, or anything, we should not kill. Let them die their own life, live their life and die. We should not interfere. If we interfere with the nature's law, then we get the reaction. Accordingly, the same thing comes to us also. So if we kill now any living entity, someday we will also be killed. So that's the way of the life. That's why we should not do that. The lesson what we learned, this particular verse, is that we should not kill any living entities and harm. We don't know that particular living entity may be great devotee. He may become great devotee. We don't know. So that's why we should not do. That's the what the lesson this particular we understand from Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so you could ask any questions. If you have any questions about devotional service, you can ask. Keshav is my friend, actually. So actually, we are part of that when we started that organization. So we are part of it. Of course, now we are not there, but separated. Separated means, of course, he is doing his own, but we are busy in this. Others, we started that particular organization. Okay, you can ask me any questions. Anything about the devotional service. Okay, very nice. Okay, so I will stop here. Okay, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Sri Radha Gopiola ki jai. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming and thank you for letting me know you came from the direction. Okay.